Hello friends, welcome to my channel, a channel for learning simple coding. If you find this video to be helpful, please like, share and subscribe my channel. In last video, we have seen how to find out maximum and minimum number from an array. In class number 18, we are going to understand shadowing variable in Rust. So first of all, we have to understand what is shadow variable. Then we have to understand difference between shadow versus mutability. Then we also need to understand scope versus shadowing. So let's understand it with the example. Again, create a new project. I say cargo new. I say class number 18. I say shadowing like this. Go to this and again open this shadow. Here we need to understand what is shadow. Suppose I create a variable here. I say x, remember, equal to 10. I print this also like this, and I say x equal to, and I pass the value of x. Simple one, cargo run, and you will have the answer x equal to 10. Nothing special, it's a very simple one. Now once again, if I declare let x equal to, you can say I say 40 once again, and I copy it once again. You see x equal to this. Try to execute. You see that there is no error at all. So I am creating this x variable again. So creating a new variable with same name as declared earlier. Remember this. So creating a new variable with same name as declared earlier is called shadow variable. So this x is already created. Again we have created this variable with same name is called shadowing of. That means we can say it's a shadowing of this variable. Remember that. So this is shadow variable. Now we have to understand the shadowing versus mutability. Here, if I declare one variable as a mute here, so that means I can reinitialize this value. I say x equal to 40. So that means I can modify this value again. If it is initialized 10, then it can be 40 itself. Remember that. Same variable, we are modifying a value. And if I try to execute it, you see that we have the same value 40 and we have 40 here. But it is not a mutability, it's a shadowing. Shadowing means I can initialize here some other data type also. I say 50.67, you see. So earlier it was of integer type i32, but now it is a f64. But here in same variable I cannot initialize as a float value because it would be error, because it's an integer type and you can't initialize it as a float value. Remember that. So this is the mutability. In mutability, you can change the value of an array with same data type value, not other value. Means integer type you can change only integer value. But in shadowing, I can change data type also. If I try to execute, you see the answer. No problem at all. And I can also pass string value. Not only this, I can say Dr. Vipin classes like this. So it would be as a string. Remember? So shadowing means totally declaring a new variable with new data type with new values, but name of these variable are same. Remember that these are same. This is called shadowing. And the difference between shadowing and mutability is that in case of mutability, you can change the value of an variable, but the value would be of same data type. But in case of shadowing, we can change also data type. So it's a different one. Now next one is we have to understand the scope and shadowing. We try to do this also. Suppose if I make some bracket like this, and under this bracket suppose I create this x value again, and here I say 45.7. that means it is of floating type. Remember, copy this and paste here, and I can execute this one also. Remember that. So under this brackets, this x have a scope. It is also shadowing. Remember that I am creating a variable with the same name of the earlier variable like this. I am creating this, but the scope of this variable is within this, because next variable I am creating, shadowing variable I am creating with a string data type. Remember that, and it is outside of this curly brackets. So outside of this variable is using as a shadow variable. But inside this bracket, this x is using as a shadow variable. So shadowing also work in a scope. Means under this bracket, this variable work as a floating value, and after this bracket, this variable work as a string value. and before this bracket this variable is work as an integer value. Remember that. So that is the magic of shadowing. So it is a way to create a same variable again in Rust and to create a same variable again with different data types as per the scope and as per the need. It's called shadowing. So shadowing is also different from mutability, I have explained, and the scope also work in case of shadowing. If under any bracket you declare this variable, the scope of this shadow variable is inside only this, and outside this is the another shadow variable that we can use. So before this bracket scope of this is available, but after this here we have another variable to use it. So scope of this is just after just the line number 4 we have a scope of x, and between the line number 5 to 8 we have a scope of this, and from the line number 9 to the rest of the program we have the scope of this x variable as a string data type. Remember that is the way to declare shadow variable in Rust, and this is the use of shadow also. So we have learned here what is shadow variable, difference between shadowing and mutability, also scope and shadowing we have understand. I think you like it. If you like, please do subscribe. Thank you for watching this video.